Okay, that says live now. Let's see. Just now have to check if it's all good on the YouTube channel. There we go. Check if it's all good. Yeah, I think that's all good. Okay, that says live now. Let's see. I have to check if it's all good on the YouTube channel. There we go. Okay, so right. Hi there, welcome to another live stream of Mind and Draw. My name's Gary. Glad you can join me for another drawing stream today. We're going to start in about 5 minutes because obviously in case some people come on to the session, so we're just going to start in about 5 minutes. So 2:05 we're going to start doing some drawing. For the people who are coming on to the stream, just leave a wee comment on below and just let me know that you're in the stream. So yeah, so that's cool. So we'll get started in about 5 minutes. Very simple. I'm just getting everything set up, getting everything all good to go. I've got my drawing materials ready. I've got all my crayons, pens, and all stuff. I've got my paper here. Today's theme is Earth Day, World Earth Day 2020. Thought that would be a good thing to draw about today. And we're going to do some poster making, and we're also going to do some kind of landscape drawing as well, based on Earth Day as well. So that's kind of the plan. If we've got time, we've got about 45 minutes today, so we'll see how it goes. We've also got a wee bit of blind drawing to start off with as well. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll go from there. And see how it goes. We'll just wait and see any few people come on. So this is a drawing stream today. Got my materials ready, got my pens, got all the stuff there. Let's see, got my paper. So today's stream is, again, just to kind of recap, it's all about World Earth Day, and that is a theme. And we're going to make our own posters, very basic posters, nothing like your A3, A2 size. It will be an A4 size paper, A4 size poster. But it's just a wee kind of step-by-step guide on the kind of do's on how to make a poster, and make a solid poster. So you're going to create the border, have a heading, subheading, maybe a picture and stuff like that. And that's just the way it goes there from a poster making point of view. And then we also got to do a wee bit of blind drawing. That's our kind of starting point for the day. We've got a wee warm up. It's always a good icebreaker to start off with a blind drawing. And then from there, we might do a wee bit of drawing as well, based on the Earth Day. I might create a wee kind of landscape, stuff like that as well for the end of the session. So that will take it to about 45 minutes, and we'll go from there. So we'll give it another kind of 5 minutes and see if anyone comes on, and we'll go from there. So see if we can click on. Just get everything set up for the session. All you need for this session really is some paper, some pens, pencils, crayons, and stuff like that. That's all you really need for this session. I'll be moving the camera up and down as well, just so you can see me drawing as well. So don't be alarmed if the camera moved about a lot. So don't worry about that. So yeah, that's really it. So again, we're going to start off with a wee bit of blind drawing, then we go into a bit of poster making, and then we go on to a wee bit of landscape drawing as well. So that's going to give us about 45 minutes. So I hope you do enjoy the session, and we'll go from there. So again, we're just going to wait a couple of minutes just in case a few more people do come on. I just don't want to hear, so we'll see how it goes, and then we'll go from there. So if you do come on to the stream, just leave a wee comment on the chat. Just let me know you're here, and just give me a wee kind of let me know if you're in the chat as well. So the plan today, do a wee bit of blind drawing, and then we're going to do some poster making based on the World Earth Day. A wee kind of step-by-step guide on how to make a kind of solid basic poster. So, and then we might do a wee bit of kind of landscape drawing, and then just maybe if we've got a bit of time. But that's the plan today. We'll do a wee warm up before at the start of the session. We're going to do a wee bit of blind drawing, and then we're going to do a wee bit of poster making for the next part of the session. All you need for this is just some pens, pencils, some paper, some scrap paper as well, some sketches as well, and that's really it. Any kind of colouring material, really. It's up to you. You know, I'm using pens today. I'm going to be using some crayons, and I'm going to use some pencils as well. So I'm using a kind of variety of stuff. But for you guys at home, use what you kind of feel comfortable using. It's there's no pressure. There's no right or wrong to this. You know, just this is just me here, just kind of sharing what Mind and Draw is all about, and that's really it. And yeah, so again, we're just going to give it a wee kind of 1 or 2 minutes, just in case I have any more people joining in the session. So again, a wee kind of recap. We'll do a wee bit of blind drawing as a wee warm up to start off. That's going to take about 10 minutes, and then we're going to go into the poster making, which is a kind of a step-by-step guide into making a kind of poster, an A4 poster based on World Earth Day. And if we've got a wee bit of time, we might do a bit more drawing based on World Earth Day, we'll create another kind of landscape or something like that. But if we've got a wee bit of time for that, because this is going to be about a 45-minute session, and we'll go from there. But again, just leave a wee message in the chat, just let me know you're here. Again, if you've got any questions, just let me know. And yeah, so I'm going to start in about in a minute. Right, so okay, I'm going to get this going now, because we're now at about 2:05, and we'll get going. So again, just, you know, any questions, just let me know. My name's Gary, here with Mind and Draw. Just doing a live stream today, just showing what Mind and Draw is all about. Just sharing what about stuff that you can do at home. This is all these exercises you can do at home, from blind drawing, stencil drawing, collaboration drawing. I could, you know, there's quite a few. But if you want to check out the YouTube channel as well, the Mind and Draw YouTube channel, there's a lot of kind of video tutorials as well that you can check out, kind of 5-minute tutorials on what you can do at home. And you know, all you need is a pencil, paper, you know, crayons and stuff like that. So I think we'll get started. We're going to just start off a wee kind of warm up, and we're going to do. I like to do this as a wee warm up, we kind of have a blind drawing. So the idea, you're going to do a blind portrait of yourself, and you're just going to close your eyes, and you're going to do a blind portrait. I've got a piece of paper right here. All you need is a pen and paper. If you're doing this on a table, I would just recommend, if you've got a wee bit of blue tack or a bit of tape, just to hold it down, because sometimes the paper just kind of moves about sometimes while you're doing this blind drawing. But I'm going to do a wee demonstration and first, and then I'm going to let you guys do it at home. So what I'm going to do, all you need is a pen, any colour pen, it's up to you, and a piece of paper. So as you can see, I'm going to take my glasses off. There, got my pen here, and okay, I'm just going to close my eyes like this. That's all you do. Got the pen and the paper. I use my other hand as a kind of guide. So I usually start with the eyes, and then I go down to the nose, and then I go back up to the other eye, and then what I'm doing then, what I would recommend as well, keep the pen on the paper. Don't take the pen off the paper, because if you take the pen off the paper, you lose your bearings. So always keep the pen on the paper. So again, just from eye to nose, back up to the other eye, and then you go to ear to ear. This is where you get the head shaping, like that. And then you go back down to the neck and shoulders. So you get the neck and shoulders, then back up to the mouth. So again, I'll just recap there. Start with the eyes, down to the nose, up to the other eye. Then you get the eyebrows in. And then you go to ears. So you then do ear to ear. This is where you get the head shaping, like that. And then it's then back down to the neck and shoulders, like that. And then you finish off the mouth. And that's it. So it's take about a minute. Take your time. Don't rush it. And just enjoy it. That's the kind of idea. So I'm going to do it myself, and I'll see how and then I'll let you do it at home. If you get any questions, let me know. I'm going to do it right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put the camera down to the piece of paper. So I'm just going to move the camera. So don't worry about this. I'm just going to move the camera right here so you can see me while I'm drawing here. So I'm actually going to do this blind actually. So here we go. So I've got my piece of paper here. I've got a wee bit of blue tack right here to hold it down. And all you have to do, I'm going to start off with blind drawing. So here we go. So I'm just going to get that here. Here we go. Start with the eyes. Down to the nose. So always just take your time. Don't rush it. Up to the other eye. Don't worry about the eyeballs. Just focus on the kind of shape, the eye. Get the eyebrows in. This is now getting our eyebrow in. Now the next bit is kind of tricky. Got to get the ears. So this is where you get the head shaping. So you get head shaping right here. Nice, and now we've got the other ear in now. This is where I'm going to get the forehead in now. There we go. And now I'm going to go back down. Remember, keep the pen on the paper. This is where you get the neck shape in and the shoulders. It's always a good warm up. This gets kind of everyone out of their shell, and then finish off with the mouth. There we go. So there's my version. So I'm going to put the camera back up like that. So this is a good wee warm up. So I'm going to let you guys do this. I'm going to get my glasses back on. Sorry, let's get my glasses back on. There we go. And there was my blind drawn right there. So there's a nice wee kind of warm up. As you can see the resemblance a wee bit. You know, got the eyes right there, got the nose, got the ears right here, down to the mouth. Neck and shoulders kind of went a bit wonky a wee bit. Don't know what happened there. But that's just a standard blind drawn, doing a wee kind of blind portrait of yourself. So I'm going to let you do that for 5 minutes. It's a nice wee warm up just to get one going. Just get one going, really. You know, get us out of shell. It's a good wee kind of confidence booster. Every time I mention blind drawing to groups, they always look at me and say, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do all that kind of stuff. But when you first do it, you know, it is a challenge. I would say that is a challenge because you do feel a bit uncomfortable. But the more times you do it, the more you get comfortable doing it. And I would recommend doing this a lot more often. Totally recommend doing it. It's a lot of fun. It's a great little icebreaker to have for the family as well if you're doing a bit of drawing at home. So I totally recommend it. So there's my final version there. So there we go. That's my bag. And another kind of, we're not going to be doing this today, but if you're looking to kind of enhance on the blind drawing, you can add a wee bit of colour to it as well. You know, add a background as well, stuff like that. You know, you can create your own little portrait from this as well. So, but we're not going to be doing that today because we're going to go straight into the poster making after this. So there's my blind drawing bit. It's good to be warm up to start off, you know. So I'll leave that there, and we'll get some. I'll give you a kind of couple of minutes. If you get any questions, let me know. Feel free to ask. And yeah, so we'll get going. So I'll let you do that for. But I'll give you about 3 minutes. Till about 1:15. We'll go from there. Again, if you've got any questions, just let me know. I've got the chat up so I can see all the kind of messages there. So that was just a wee bit of blind drawing I just done there. Could be icebreaker for anyone. You know, it can be done by anyone, adults, kids. It's a lot of fun. I'll always recommend take your time. Don't take the pen off the paper. Just take your time. Just don't rush it. You know, it's always a challenge, you know, but it's a lot of fun. So that's my version right there. There we go. Bit different from my usual one. Usually I have a thinner face, but I went for a much more bigger face this one. Yeah. So sometimes I like to add a bit of colour to it as well, you know, but I'm going to leave that for today. So I'll give you a couple of minutes. So yes. I was going to put some music on today, but it didn't really pick up well for my last stream, so I've got no music today. I'm going to leave it for the day. I'm just going to focus on the drawing, and yeah, that'll be it. So the plan today, we're going to do a bit of blind drawing, what we're doing right now. We're going to do some poster making, and if we've got a bit of time, we might do some kind of landscape drawing as well, but that depends if we've got a wee bit of time, because there's going to be about a 45-minute session today, roughly to an hour. So see how it goes. But the main focus today is to do a bit of poster making based on World Earth Day, and go from there. So it's a kind of step-by-step guide, very simple. There's no kind of challenge. All you need really is some pens, paper, pencils, crayons, what you've got in the house, any kind of colour material you can use. There's not a problem. But the main thing, you've got paper. Any size of paper does this. I'm using A4 today, and I'm going to give you a wee step-by-step guide on just making a standard poster. You know, the kind of like what you need for a poster. You know, I used to do a bit of graphic design when I was in the past, so I kind of know a wee bit more about it, and I'm just going to share it with you today. So I'm going to give you a couple more minutes just to finish off any blind drawing. Let me know how you get on with that, you know, and see if you want to share your artwork. Feel free to share your artwork on the Mind and Draw social media channels. It's at Mind and Draw. I should put it on the YouTube description. Actually, I've not done that yet, but I will get that done. And yeah, so what we're going to do, we're just going to, if you want to finish off your blind drawing, and we'll go on to the next part of the session, which is going to be poster making. As you know, today is World Earth Day 2020, and I thought it'd be a good idea to, have that as a theme for this session. So my idea, I was thinking what we could do today, and I thought we could do this, we could do that. But I thought poster making could be kind of exercise just to have and to share. And I'm just going to give you a kind of a step-by-step guide, and it's just simple 5 steps, and and to make a standard poster. So obviously the first thing we're going to be doing is just think about the theme, and the theme already we know is World Earth Day. So that is the theme of this poster. And I've been thinking about what kind of colours am I going to use, what kind of border I'm going to use, what kind of heading I'm going to use, and that's what we're going to be talking about as the session goes on. So going on to the second step, so we've got the theme sorted, which is World Earth Day. That's our theme. That's going to be the main focus. So that's going to be our heading, World Earth Day 2020. That's going to be our heading. But we also might have a wee kind of subheading as well, a kind of message that we can have. So we've got to think about messages like what kind of World Earth Day 2020 is all about. It's all about kind of climate change and stuff like that, environment, saving the environment. So we're going to think about kind of a subheading. So what the subheading I was thinking about today was stuff like kind of recycle more, reuse more, and reduce more. That's my kind of subheading for the day. Now I'll let you kind of figure out yourself what subheading is, but that's kind of the idea that I was going to go with, is with stuff like things that can be environment friendly as well. So think about the subheading, think about what you can do, and you can like plant a tree or something like that. That's another thing you can do, like a message for people can look at and say that I can do that, and then that could be a great kind of poster idea. So that would be your second step. So think about the kind of subhead. So you've got your heading, which is World Earth Day 2020. Then you've got your subhead, which will be a bit smaller because you want World Earth Day to be the big heading. So that's what you want to do. So subheading, World Earth Day 2020. Subheading, you've got your kind of message of what you want to do for World Earth Day. So it could be like recycle more. It could be, saving the planet, planting a tree, just being environment friendly. Any kind of message that relates to World Earth Day. So I'll let you think about that, and we'll go from there. So what we'll do right now is we're going to start off and creating a wee heading. Now, if you've got a stencil, that's great, because I've got a wee stencil which I might use actually. But if you don't, that's okay. You can just do it freehand. But I'm going to use a wee stencil. And what I would recommend is right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the camera down. So I'm going to what I'm going to do actually, we're going to kind of keep talking about the poster actually. So I'm going to because we're going to go into the third step. So we're going to talk about the layout. So this layout, this is where you need maybe some scrap paper. So we've got a heading, which is World Earth Day 2020, subheading, which is a message home. Now think about the layout. Now the layout, what we're going to do, we're going to create a couple of sketches. So we're going to create 3 or 4 sketches, small sketches on what we're going to have the layout. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the camera down, and I'm going to create some sketches. And that's a layout to standard sketches, can be small sketches like that. So what I'm going to put in my sketches is the title, subheading, a layout, so that could be the border, what colours I'm going to use, am I going to put a picture, where am I going to put the picture. So that's going to be my layout. I'm going to use that as a guide. So that's going to be the first step we're going to do right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the camera down, and then do this, like that. So like that. So you can see there, this is my kind of desk right here. And what we're going to do, and I've got my piece of paper here, and I'm just going to create a wee box like that. Like that. That's my box. So this is my poster right now. So right away, this is my layout. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the title here. So I'm going to think the title is going to be big. That's World Earth Day. So I'm going to put that right in the middle. So that's my title there. Right? So that's going to be their title. So under that, I want to have the subheading. So under that, that'll be my subheading. So that's my message of what I want World Earth Day to be all about. So I'm going to put like recycle more and stuff like that. So that's my subheading. So, but I also want to think about what I'm going to add to the poster. So I'm going to think about what colours I'm going to use. What's going to be the layout? Am I going to have a border? I'm going to have a background. So that's going to be the case. So think about what colours they're going to use. I wouldn't use too many colours for this. I like to use maybe like 3 or 4 colours. So think of colours like, I'm thinking already about Earth Day, maybe green, yellow. I think also for the text as well, if you maybe stick with black, you want that to pop out because that's the one you want to see. You want to see the text. So the text, I think, the writing and the heading, I would keep as black. That's my recommendation, really. So because you want that to stand out. And stuff like watercolours, you could, so green, yellow, maybe some blue as well. I think blue would be a nice colour to have as well. So there's my colours I think I'm going to be using for this poster. Another thing I would like to add to the layout is maybe a border as well. So I'm thinking about having a wee border as well. So what I'm thinking about, maybe a kind of wavy border around the piece of base. So something like that here. So I'm just going to put a wavy border like that. Now it's up to you how you want to do this. I'm just kind of sketching this out. So I'm putting 2 lines here. Like that. So there's my layout. And maybe just below the subhead, I'm going to have a wee picture as well. But I'm also going to have a wee background as well. So I'm going to put a kind of grassy background. So I've got the green here. This is my green here. So I'm going to put a wee arrow to represent green. So that's the kind of there. And I'm going to put some trees here. So that's going to be. I'm doing, as you can see, it's very sketchy like. So this is just a sketch. So just think about this. This is just a layout. So I'm going to put some trees here. So I'm going to put a wee arrow there as well. So that's trees. I might even put a wee sun in the background there as well. So that's it there. So I've got my title, subheading, got the trees, a kind of clean grass area, which is very clean. That's going to be that's going to be my background, and I'm going to have a wee border. But that might change maybe. I might look at that and think maybe it's a bit too much going on. But that's my layout there. So all you need for a wee kind of sketch layout is where you're going to put your title, where you're going to put your subheading. Are you going to have a background? Are you going to have a border? What kind of colours are you going to use? Are you going to have some patterns as well? This is your layout. So try and do as many sketches as possible, maybe 2 or 3 sketches. Just try and sketch. Don't worry if you make a mistake. You can scribble out. This is kind of your development stage of the poster. So you've done a wee bit of research. We've already done a bit of research about what the heading is going to be, what the subheading is going to be. Now we're at the development stage, and we're going to create some sketches. So that's what we're going to do right now, and we'll go from there. So think about that. I'll give you 5 minutes to do some sketches, and then we'll go on to the next bit. So I've got to put the arrow there. There we go. So again, if you get any questions, let me know. I feel I was going a bit too fast for you. Leave a wee comment below. There's a wee sketch here. See, that's a wee kind of layout there. So that's my wee layout there. I've got my colours there, the titles. Well, I've got the title, subheading, stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing right now. So that's my sketch. I'm going to do a wee other sketch right now. But again, if you get any questions, just let me know. Again, this is a basic poster we're doing. But right now, we're just creating a few sketches on how we're going to lay out this poster. So I'm going to do another one here. Because sometimes when you do one sketch, another idea just pops up and say, oh wait, I could do actually this and maybe this. So sometimes do a few sketches because another idea might pop out and think, oh, you know what, I might try this actually instead. So again, we've got to spend a wee bit, 3 or 4 minutes on this. We'll put the title. And then we'll put the subheading. And then maybe put a wee layout there. See, I think this works a bit better. There we go. Some trees. Yeah. There we go. That's okay. So I've got another layout there for you. That's another layout. I've got a wee kind of different layout there. That's it. A bit more cleaner than the last one. So see how that goes. Again, if you get any questions, just let me know. Feel free to ask. We're just doing some poster making, and based on World Earth Day, and we'll go from there. So just check this and see how this one's going. So again, for a layout, very simple. You think about where you're going to put that title. The title and something. I always think the title. When I used to do graphic design, the key was accessibility. Was it easy to read? And I always looked at the title, and I think that's got to be the thing that pops in. When I see a poster, I need to look at the text, what that poster is all about. So the title is going to be the one that's going to be the main focus. So that's going to be really big. Make that not big as possible, but just big, like the main focus point. And then think about the subhead, put that below. Just make it a bit smaller, not the same size, but just a bit smaller. And then obviously you've got your background, or if you want to do a kind of design based on World Earth Day, it's up to you. So you just think about that. Think maybe having a wee border as well. That's what I've done. I thought about having a wee border. And that's really it. So that's kind of the main aim of it. And just think about what colours you're going to use as well. I've had about 4 or 5 colours that I'm going to be using. So again, and what text you're going to use, what kind of colour the text is. I would recommend using black if you want that to pop out. You know, that's where you want the text to really be the first thing that that person sees. Again, if you get any questions, just let me know. Feel free to happy to ask. So, just going to get another piece of paper. And then we'll go on to the next stage. Okay. Right, just getting all the materials ready. On what materials I'm going to be using. Crayons ready. Right, just give you another minute there, and then we'll get on started there. Actually, we'll go for the blank here. So we're going to go on to the next bit. So now I'm going to be putting my head in now, my title, onto my poster. So I'm going to be using some stencils actually for this. But if you don't have a stencil, that's okay. I'm just going to start on, just use a stencil. So we're going to put title, World Earth Day. That's our title. So make that as big as possible. I'm going to put about that size, the title, and then put a subheading below it. Because remember, it's just A4, so you don't want to make it too big, but just make it big enough so it is the kind of main focus. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. So I'm going to be doing that right now. So get on with that. Now it's not getting into the kind of the actual making of the poster now. So the first step we want to do is get the title in. That's our first step. Get the title in. So that's what I'm doing right now. So actually, I've got to put the camera down just so that you can see it. So as you can see, I've just got everything there. So I'm just doing that there. World Earth Day. There we go. Just try. This might take a wee bit longer than usual, but so this will take probably a bit longer. So we're just going to get this all done. Let's see. Let's get it. Using a stencil is ideal. Just gives them a wee kind of guide. So you can use a stencil, or if you don't want to use a stencil, way I like to do it as well. I like to use kind of bubble writing as well. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to show you a wee bit of that bubble writing. So if I can do this here, I'm just going to get another piece of paper. So the first step is just getting the title in. So I'm just getting that there. And the idea is get the wee bubble right there. So I'm just doing some bubble writing. So World Earth. Oh, mistake there. That's okay. We're going to fill that in anyway. So you can see I'm just doing a wee bit of bubble writing. There you go. Earth Day. Now I've made this really big. That's okay. There we go. 2020. Watch if you just, yeah, just made a wee bit too big there, but that's okay. So that's it, I've just made a wee bit of bubble writing, and then you can fill that in, and then you can put your subheading. So you just make your quotes there, like this. So I'm going to put my, there we go, recycle more. So I'm just going to say recycle more. Oops, recycle more. Something. So there's my kind of one there. So I'm just going to put that there. Just a bit of a there. Right. So there we go there. So it's probably kind of, there we go. So there we go. I've just done a kind of bubble writing there. So that's it there. See it? There we go. So I've just done a wee bubble writing there. So I've done bubble writing. You can do that one. I've done that quite quick there. So World Earth Day 2020. Or if you have some stencils, you can do it with stencils. I've just started off there with World there. But I thought this is a bit more quicker. Might do that again just so that you can see that. So that's the World Earth Day 2020. Then you have your wee message at the bottom. I'm going to put my message at the bottom in a minute. But I'm going to do it again just so that it was a wee bit quick. So we're doing it on a piece of paper. There we go, that looks okay. So again, just simple enough. I thought the last time I done that one was a wee bit big, so I'm going to make it a bit smaller. So I'm going to put the pen back down, the camera back down. So I'm going to make this a wee bit smaller. So again, just bubble like that. If you're doing that O, very simple. R. So I'm making this a wee bit smaller now. Like that. Earth Day. So there we go, I've done it again. There we go. So there's my kind of one there. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to put that camera right back up. There we go. So that's my kind of poster there. That's the text now added to that. So that's the first stage. So I've just said recycle more, a wee kind of basic message. There's my title. I mean, it's a bit bigger than it was, but that's kind of the title. So World Earth Day 2020, recycle more. And what I'm going to do for the next step is I'm going to add a wee kind of border maybe around it. I might add, yeah, I'm going to add a border. Looking at the text, I want to make that main focus. So I'm going to add a wee border to that as well. But also, I'm going to fill in the layers as well, add a bit of colour to the layers as well. Now, I said we could use black, but I'm thinking we could use different colours for the layers as well, because you want that to be the main focus. But this is your poster. Let me know how you're getting on. I'm going to get on to the border now. So again, I was thinking, looking at my sketches I've done, so how I laid it all out, I think the best one to do here is I'm going to try this one here. So I'm using kind of triangles as a kind of wee border. So here we go. And I'm just going to create little patterns for this. Little patterns. Creating that. Now you could do anything you want. I'm actually going to put the camera back down. So I'm just going to see. So I'm creating little borders right now. Like that. There we go. There we go. Just creating little border. I'm just creating little patterns. You know, this is your poster. You can do it what you want. So I'm just creating little posters. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's a poster there. I don't know what else I could add to it. It's very. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to also add a background to it as well. So I'm going to put maybe a line here. As you can, this is from a layer, just a faint line, like that. And then I'm going to add a couple of trees as well. So this is from my sketch here. There we go, a couple of trees. Don't worry. Add a couple of flowers as well. There we go. There we go. There we go. So I've decided a wee kind of colours. And there we go. So now I've just done the layout there. So what I'm going to put that back up. I'm going to show you my poster there. There we go. As you can see, I've added a kind of patterns to the border. You know, 4 kind of triangular patterns around the kind of diagonal, like the corners of each paper. But I've also added a few trees and flowers just there. And then I've added a wee line here as well, because what I'm going to do for the top half, I'm going to put that as blue background, kind of for the sky. And then for the bottom half, that's going to be green, that's for kind of grass, to represent kind of earth and stuff like that. And I've added some trees as well. But I've just done the kind of pen outline for that right now. And I've added a few flowers. So there it is there right now. And what I'm going to do for the text as well, I'm going to add a wee bit of, I'm going to fill that in black as well, and then colour that in black, or even any other colour. It's up to you how you feel about doing that. So any colours you feel necessary for that. So that's my one right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes just to finish off your drawings, your kind of layout, and then we're going to add a wee bit of colour to that as well. And then that will take us to about probably about 2 o'clock actually. So I also had, this is probably the best way of doing it here today, just doing a bit of poster making. Hope you're enjoying this. You know, this is the first time I've done a live stream based on poster making. I've done live streams and stuff like that, but it's been a while that I've done a kind of poster making. So I hope you're enjoying it. I might do more of this and maybe do an actual kind of tutorial on it as well, and give you a kind of rundown of how to make a poster. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're understanding the kind of step-by-step guides of it, and see how we're getting on. So I'll give you a couple more minutes and then we'll go on to the next bit. 2 minutes there, and we'll get on to the next bit. Right, so what colours do I need for this? Let's see, just doing the colours here. I've got my green. Charcoal. So my next stage now is I'm going to add a bit of colour to this. Now I might not be able to finish this by the hour, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some black to the text. I'm going to add some blue to the background for the sky, and then some green for the grass. And I'm going to fill in the kind of trees, and then maybe add a bit of colour to the patterns. So that's going to be my next stage. So I'll let you go on with that, add a bit of colour to that as well. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the camera back down, just so you can watch me do a bit of drawing and a bit of colour. I'm using some charcoal right now just for the black, but I'm also using a kind of one just to fill in the kind of outline as well. So let me just what I'm doing, I'm going to put the camera back down, and then I'm going to let it just like that. There we go. And then we'll go from there. So as you can see, I'm just now going to add a bit of colour. So right now I'm just adding a bit of black to the lettering. Again, take your time. If you don't finish it by the hour, that's okay. I might not be able to finish it in an hour, but what I'll do, I'll take a picture of my finished poster, and then, because I don't think we're going to be able to finish this. There we go. go. That's the first one. Yeah. Almost felt one. I wonder if that's a bit loud there. Okay. It's a bit shaky now. I'm using just different kind of materials. I'm using pens and I'm just kind of rushing this a wee bit, so just showing you all the different. Okay, let's see. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just going to put this panel back up. So I'm just going to show you my kind of how I'm doing right now. So I've added a wee bit of colour to it right now. I've added a kind of colour to the text. I've added some grass to the bottom half of the background. I've added some colours to the trees. I'm going to add some to the sky. Also, I'm going to just create some colourful patterns down here as well, which I'm going to do in a minute. But I'm not going to be finishing by the hour. I'm just showing you a layout anyway. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a wee picture up online just with my finished article. But really, a wee kind of recap going from here is, if you are going to do like a poster based on an event or a theme, all you have to think about is you've got your theme, and our theme today was World Deaf Day. So we talk about that, think of ideas, what you're going to put down, what you're going to add to it, what kind of message you want to put across. And then think about a title, and we thought the title World Deaf Day 2020, that was our title. Think about a subheading. I thought about recycle more. That was a good wee message so people can relate to, but it's up to you what kind of message. You could put any kind of message related to that. Think about that. And then the next stage was just doing a couple of sketches. Where you're going to put the title, where you're going to put the subheading, are you going to have a background, what colours you're going to use. Do as many sketches as you want. This is your development stage, so that'll be your next bit. Think about the development. So do as many sketches as possible. Think about your layout. Think about all stuff like that. So that's from your title, subheading. Are you going to have a background? Are you going to have a border? What colours are you going to use? Then the next stage is then you're going to put it into practice. Pick a design that you feel like, you know what, this is the one I want to go for. This is the design. I'm going to start making this. Get your A4 piece of paper. Start off with the text. Put the text in. That's now your first thing you're going to do. Just the layout. Just put the layout in. So think about the text. Where you're going to put text. The layout. That's your first bit. And then where you're going to put the border. That's what I've done. So the first thing I actually did was I added the text in, and that helps a lot. When you put the text in first, that helps a lot. And then the next bit, put the border in. So I put a wee border, small border. And then after that, just add as much colour as you want to it. This is where you can be as creative as possible, add as much colour, fill in the lettering, fill in the trees, fill in the background, as colourful as view as possible. And that's really it. And that's kind of a step-by-step guide on how to make a kind of solid poster, A4 poster. So I really hope you've enjoyed that session today. I won't be able to finish this today, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a wee tutorial based on poster making. So check out that. I hope you have enjoyed the session. Because I'm going to be finishing off in about a couple of minutes. I'm going to just add a bit more colour to the patterns, then I'm going to kind of sign off. But I hope you enjoyed the session. I hope you've taken something out of it. And if you've finished any posters, tag Mind and Draw with your kind of finished designs. But what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to add a bit more colour to back the border. I won't be able to finish today, but I will get it finished. I'll probably post it up on social media as soon as. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the camera back down. And I'm going to add a bit of colour to that. There we go. So again, with the borders, I'm just kind of adding different kind of colours here. So I'm just going to add a bit kind of pattern. There we go. Nice wee kind of pattern like this. As you know, I like to create a lot of patterns. There we go. Let's create a little pattern. There we go. Create a little patterns there. Yeah. So there you go, that's the wee kind of border there as well. Kind of nice wee colourful border as well. I'm not going to be able to finish this today on the hour, but that's kind of a standard poster. The kind of main functions of a poster, you've got your kind of heading, a message. Usually you have posters like advertising, you might have a day of an event. We usually don't have that right now, but we can put the date if you want. We've got a border, we've got a nice wee design that relates to that event or the theme, and that's really it. So that's kind of a kind of basic step-by-step guide onto poster making. As a wee kind of recap on how you do it. Think about the theme. Our theme today was all about World Earth Day 2020, so that was our theme. And just think of a few ideas based on that theme. And then the next step, you think of a title. Our title was World Earth Day 2020, and then think of a subhead from that. And then think about create anything from that relates to World Earth Day. So I was thinking about recycling more. You could have been reusing more. Think about the environment, climate change. Messages about that. So that's now you've got your heading and your subheading. Then the next step, you think about the kind of layout. Do a couple of sketches. This is your development stage. Think about sketches where you're going to put the title, where you're going to put the subheading. Are you going to have a border? Are you going to what kind of colours are you going to use? Stuff like that. Are you going to have a background as well? So then do as many sketches as possible. 3 or 4, it's up to you. And then you're going into the stage of actually making the poster. So you've got to pick a design from your development. Say, right, that's the one I want to do. I think that's the one I like most. You pick that one, and then you do the poster. And from there, you start off with the text. You put the text out first. That's your first thing you do. And then you kind of then create a kind of line, couple of lines where you're going to put your background and make a guide. Border, very simple. And then add the colour. That's really it. And as you can see, it's not finished right now, but I'll get it finished as soon as. But I just wanted to give you a kind of recap because we're nearly now 3 o'clock. I do hope you've enjoyed this session. This is a poster making session today. I'm going to do a bit more of this, so look out for the next live stream. But also I might do a kind of tutorial based on poster making as well. So I hope you enjoyed the session. Check out Mind and Draw on the social media channels, on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and look out for the next live stream. So I hope you enjoyed the session. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask as well. I've got an email at mindanddraw@hotmail.com. I'll put that in the description below. But also just check out the messages, social media. You can message me there as well. I'll be happy to answer any questions about today's session. Look out for the next live session, which is next Wednesday at 2 o'clock, and we'll have something else to do. So I hope you enjoyed the session today. And yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for coming down. Cheers. Thank you.